Hello everyone and welcome to another Mech Merlin stream. Hopefully everyone's doing great today. Let's see who's on. I see a Zirconis, Tataimo, and Dark Action YT. Thanks guys for joining in. Firstly, I'd like to apologize for not streaming this past Tuesday and Thursday. If you're on my Discord server, you know exactly what happened. Sunday evening, as soon as my Group by News stream ended, I stood up, and in the process of standing up, I knocked my overhead camera, and one thing led to the next, and it fell over, and the thing that I used to tighten it in place no longer completely tightens. So yeah, it's I have a much better solution now, one that will not hurt me and one that will stay in place. I actually have a completely different ballast. I think that's what it's called. So it should, here, let's see if I can take a photo of it. I don't know if you guys can see. Here, do this. Oh, that's not going to do much help, but here we go. There it is. See, it's actually connected via horizontal beam right now. So a lot sturdier, and it's further up actually. It's further up, so I won't hurt myself when I stand up. This is my Xeno 75. I got it in silver with the rose gold brass weight. As you can see, the brass weight hasn't really held up very well. Lots of fingerprints, and I've been noticing that there are, like, if you watch JYMV's review, he had lots of choice words to say about the board. I am not so inclined to give it up quite yet, so I picked up a POM Plate from Green Door Geeks, and I picked up a C3 Unified Daughter board from Maker Keyboards. And yeah, we'll see how this works. I'm basically just building it with the same switches that I had last time. So we'll see if I like it or not. So Connor said, were you able to try the Mode 65? No, I was not able to try. I was not too interested in it to be honest. Let's go take out the plate so we can put it on the PCB. I've already put like stabilizers on the PCB, so we should be all good to go once we get that played out. Yeah, this was a PCB designed by Wilba in 2018. So yeah, it'd be a relatively quick build. I need it to be a quick build because there's supposedly a Seattle meetup occurring in a few hours. Andy, raiding with the party of 96. Dude, thank you. Thanks for sending all your people my way. As you can see, I have a Keychron in front of me and another 75. Let's see. Party of 96. If this is your first time here, guys, thanks for joining in. My name is Merlin, and I build keyboards. Surprise, surprise. I do keyboard streams every Saturday in which I build a customer's board or one of mine, and every Sunday evening I do group by new streams. So if that's the kind of info you guys are checking out, make sure you come by. Make sure you come by. So yeah, have a great stream, Merlin. Thank you, Andy. Hope you had a great stream. So yeah, let's get started. Let's get started by first taking apart this board. Pretty sure every Andy viewer knows who you are. Well, I can't always assume that. There are always new people in this hobby. If only I could find the right bit. Well, that's still too big. What the heck? No? What? Which area are you making keyboards for? Which area am I making them for? I'm located in the United States. I guess if you want to consider it that way, but I am physically located in Seattle, Washington. So yeah, I guess it works out best if I build keyboards for people in the United States. And even better if you're local to Washington or the Pacific Northwest. Though I would never expect anyone to drive from Portland to Seattle. I would never expect anyone to do that. That's a 3-hour drive right there. So you send them out. People send them to me and I send them out as well. Once the build has been done, then I mail it right back. Nice Merlin badge, thanks. Yeah, if I had known what it would have looked like in the end, I would have sent them a different badge. But, oh well. It's pretty neat, regardless. Like, once I rebuild it, I might actually put a switch there. What interests you when buying keyboards? Are you asking me, or were you asking the other person? Luca says he drove up once to Portland in the middle of the night from Cali. Most terrifying drive of my life. Oh boy. See, the last time I did that was 2017. Right before I started McMerlin, actually. Yeah, I think, let's see. Yeah, I think it was right before I started McMerlin. There we go. Alright, so we can leave the base alone for now. We can leave the base alone for now. Then we will take out these plates. Luca, I'm actually curious. What part of that trip was scary? What part was terrifying? Is this a keyboard that would rust? Yes, it is. Except thankfully mine doesn't rust out in too many places. Coincidentally, this is probably the last keyboard that Xeno PC has made, and the unfortunate thing is, even to this very day, not everyone has received theirs. The only way I was able to receive this was because I was at the Vancouver meetup in February of 2020, and I asked Zeal for my board. Have I used the Orange Boy Ergo for a while after building? Yes, I have. It's probably like the only Ergo type board that really works out for me. Yeah, I can't believe it's not complete either, just because Zeal is a pretty reputable vendor. Like, I don't know the whole story, but it seemed like he just messed up real bad. Let's see. Let's grab a... There we go. Let's grab a pad here. Harold says, Merle, I met you at that meetup. Vancouver one? Yeah, there are so many people there. Other way. There we go. Mission says, what's the budget keyword for absolute beginners do you always recommend? I don't have like a blanket statement for that. I need to talk with the beginner first to see to like figure out what they like. For example, if they like 65% and their budgets are in the $100 price point, I would recommend a KBD 67 Lite. And of course, if they answer differently, then I also answer differently. All right. So yeah, I'm basically using alpacas like the first time around. You know, nothing too different from when I built this board other than the POM Plate. So I do have to be a little bit careful with this. POM plates are flexier. Oh, gotta snap them in first. The estimated shipping time frame is April to May 2019. Yeah, that was terrible. That was terrible. So coincidentally, the Xeno 75 is the last keyboard that Xeno PC has sold. Blue Bell Podcast, yeah, this is the same switches. The nice looking PCB. Pretty much lots of Wilbur stuff is always beautiful. Fingers crossed, decent 65 ships next week. With the global silicon shortage, you know, things are very unpredictable these days. Just never know. I was actually just at a camera store yesterday. I was buying other equipment for my rig here, and I just casually asked, I'm like, oh wow. Like, I was commenting on the Sony FX3, which is the new consumer grade cinema camera that like Sony has. And they were saying, oh yeah, we can't get enough of these. They're always out of stock. Do you know how many folks that have gotten 100% keyboard? Only if we're talking about OEM, not so much in the custom space here. Custom full-size boards aren't very many, to be honest. See, Bivik says, Merlin, you know any high quality 60 or 65% coming to group buy soon? I may. You will have to tune in on my Sunday streams. Or, of course, you know, just go to the relevant websites like mechgroupbuys.com. Like the one that I like right now, like I'm not sure if you would consider it super high quality, but it's the Laneware LW67. It's currently one of my favorite 65s. Yeah, there's always the new 60, 65, 70. Yeah, there's so many new keyboards every time. Yep, that's my function key right there. Perfect. Okay. Everything looks good. Everything looks good. We can build the board. Or actually, we're not going to build the board quite yet. I did say I was going to tape mod this. So let's tape mod it to give it that maximum sound. And because I am a little bit paranoid, I'm going to brush it one more time. Just to be absolutely sure. Just to be absolutely sure. Because once I tape mod it, it's going to be hard to open back up. Will the Engineer one be good for desoldering a Pro Micro? Mine can't fit since the pins are close together. Like I explained earlier, it's not so much the tool that you use, it's your technique. Because like when I first started desoldering, I did not even have an Engineer 01. I picked up this $5 thing from Amazon. I used it to successfully desolder 17 boards. You know? But yeah, for a Pro Micro though, because those pins are so close together, I'm sure you could find one that has a very small, I guess, what do you call that? A very small tube up front. What are you putting on the brush? This is just alcohol, 99%. Yeah, I usually socket Pro Micros just because it's so hard to take them apart. Okay, yeah, it's almost clean. Alright, that looks good. We can do the tape mod now. Yeah, I know. I'm like brushing this really hard because I'm trying to get it off. Alright, we're good. We're good. Let's tape mod it. tape mod, so here we go. So using tape mod, a lot of people use this masking tape or like blue painter's tape. I opt to use electrical tape just because I believe it's safer. Here we go. Let me grab a pair of scissors here. A lot of people opt to cover the entire PCB with tape. I don't necessarily like doing that. Just like doing it to the switches. I think that's more than sufficient. Just doing it over the switches, like I'm doing right now. Like over the switches and the flex cuts, if any. That's where they should go. Hi, are those ABS or PBT keycaps on the Q1? These are PBT keycaps. They are die-subbed PBT. Do you have any cat profile keycaps? I'm considering trying out the profile. Cat is probably my favorite high-profile profile. Like I've tried a lot of them, and cat seems to be my favorite these days. Of course, if you had me choose between cherry and cat, I would still choose cherry. What's your opinion on these? On these what? With comparison to other PBT sets at the similar price point? I don't even know how much these cost, to be honest. Like, are these like, is this a $30 set? They're $40, huh? Honestly, I would spend a little bit more and try to get something like ePBT. Or even go the ABS route. You know? Does typing on SA caps feel tiring because the caps are so high? I wouldn't say it's tiring. It's just uncomfortable and your accuracy goes down, or at least mine did. You love the look of SA cats, but they tire me out. Yeah, SA looks so good. I feel like out of any keycap profile, SA looks the best. I also really like the colors and stuff, but just it's not very typeable for me. Zara says quite likes MT3 at the moment. I used to like MT3. I don't anymore. You like Cat so much? Yeah, Cat is a good profile. You have 5 Cat and Cam group buys pending. Oh no. Hopefully you get all of them. Did I join Cat Grave Wave? No, I did not. I did not get Cat Great Wave. Go. So close. Thank you all for the advice. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, honestly, I would say to exercise caution. You know, it's really no different buying from our community versus any other online community. There's shady people everywhere, unfortunately. Someone earlier on stream mentioned that the keyboard community is one of the nicest he's been to, and I'm like, it can be that, but there are also some big jerks here, some elitists who be like, oh, you're buying a tofu. That's such a crap board. If you can't afford to buy a TGR Jane, why bother being in the hobby? You know? If you join Discord, then it gets pretty toxic. Yeah, there are some pretty toxic people. Across all Discords. Live in ignorant bliss. Some days I wonder what would have happened if I didn't listen to my coworker who introduced me to keyboards. Would I be as interested in it as I am today? Rabbit hole is indeed deep. Like, okay, so one thing that I hardly ever talk about, mainly because I've never found interest in it, is the artisan community. I've never been interested in the artisan community here. Oh. There seems to be a lot of gatekeeping based on the amount of money you can spend on plastic and metal. Well, that tends to happen on like every hobby, you know? People like to flex. People like to flex how much they can make, how much they earn, all that stuff. It's prevalent even in like the car community, right? Okay, let's put on the rest of these keycaps. Like I said earlier, I am going to sacrifice my OBE. It's time. Oh, yep, I can feel that flex. Okay, that's already a big improvement. It's already a huge improvement from how this board was before. So awesome. Okay, I can even see the flex, so that's good. That's good. If anything, this board might be acceptable finally. See the clack? No. See the flex. Forgot how good looking this board is. Yeah, a lot of people's, well, it's kind of looks like a Tomo to me, in a sense. Design was ahead of its time. Tomo looks like Xeno. So I technically have a Tomo. Yeah, 75s didn't really catch on until this year. Like, I've been a big fan of 75 for the longest time, and the very first custom, the very first Korean custom that I ever purchased was the Duck Octagon V2. I love that board so much that I learned how to use QMK just so I could program it. Right? That's how much I love that board. But I ended up selling it so that I could finance the purchase of a Xeno. Which turned out to be a very big mistake because I did not like the Xeno. Which color Tomo did you order? I did not order a Tomo. Oh, no, wait. I ordered a silver Tomo. See, where would you be if you never got into this hobby? Richer, more, and more hair? Oh, really? MCK? Why? Are you... Is it so... Is it so frustrating that you've lost your hair? That keycap set is fantastic, yeah. Let's see. I think I want that. My print screen. There we go. Home. There we go. And I need a shift key. Where is my shift key? There we go. There we go. All right. Okay. All right, let's do a quick typing test here. Cat Hyperfuse is in production. Nice. Yeah, Hyperfuse is one of my favorite sets. If only it would actually turn up. I know, I know. Here, let's put away the Q1 for now. Let's do the Xeno. So here, let me show you guys. This is my newly rebuilt Xeno. I'm going to do a typing test on it. It's running alpacas with the newest molds. Basically built it almost the same way that I did before. The main difference right now is that it's now using a POM plate. It's tape modded and it's got an upgraded daughter board. And oh yeah, and I also upgraded from Cherry stabilizers to Durock V2 stabilizers. So all in all, just a bunch of quality of life. And just from me quickly typing on it right now, just randomly typing, I can already tell that it's a much better typing experience. So I at least improved one thing. So here, let's do a quick typing test. Let me turn off my crisp and my music. So yeah, it's definitely a clackier board. So here, let's do this. Yeah, better than how I built it before, and definitely a lot flexier. So the board is usable now, but at this point, I think if I had done this way back then, I'd be more impressed. But now that I've got a 7V, a Jelly, and even a Thera, this isn't too impressive anymore. So here, let me show you guys my Thera. Yeah, see? So the Thera, personally, I feel this still sounds better. It's got that deeper thought, which I like. You know? So this is a clackier board. This is a thockier board. I do prefer the typing feel of the Xeno over the Thera. I still think that the Thera is too flexy for me. So this one's a good typing feel. This one I can tolerate. This one I can tolerate. The Thera sounds nice. Yeah, it's also tape modded. So yeah, I don't know. I think the only thing that I expected to improve actually improved, and everything else was just kind of so-so. Still not too impressed with the Thera, to be honest. Probably type on it for another week just to really make sure that I don't like it. And then I'll, you know, depending on what happens next week, I might just sell it. Because like I said at the beginning of this stream, you know, if I don't like a board, there's really no sense just storing it here. Like I do have a few more 75s coming in, so having this here it's just taking up space. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Luca says that Thera sounds nice. Yeah, the Thera sounds really good. This one, I guess this one sounds good if it's clacky, but compared to another clacky board that I have, like the Phantom, I think the Phantom 65 still sounds better. Phantom 65. I'm not going to have GMK caps on it. I actually have the EPBT ABS on it. So yeah, for me, this is a good clacky sound. It's like nice and sharp and very well pronounced. This one not so much. Yeah, this one, Phantom 65 right there. Oh, hold on, let me lower my lighting here. There we go. How does it compare to the Day Off 60? Day Off 60 has one of the nicest typing feels I've experienced. I was very surprised at how well it felt and sounded. Actually, yeah, I've got that here right now. There we go, Day Off 60. It's a very, very, very similar key set. But I would say even this one sounds better than my Xeno. Yeah, this guy still sounds better. And he is using a what? I think it's a brass plate. Is it a brass plate? No, it is a aluminum plate. Aluminum plate and gasket mount. He-Man says, is that one plastic or does it look like plastic? What are you talking about? You mean the Day Off 60 itself? This is a Cerakoted metal, Cerakoted aluminum. Alright, I think, I'm overall happier with the board, but I'm not completely satisfied. But as I said earlier, we'll give the Xeno probably a week's worth of typing. Maybe I'll love it. It's just hard to really... It's hard to really like it these days when there's so much competition. There's a 7V, like, I'm getting a couple more 75s in like the months to come. So it's really hard to justify something like this. When it's just okay. It needs to be great. Lucas says maybe try a different tape. It's definitely not the tape. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Alright. I do have to prep myself to go to a meetup today. We're having our second Seattle meetup of 2021. So yeah, hope everyone enjoyed the show, and we might see the Xeno on Mech Market. Who knows? Alright guys, my next stream will be tomorrow. I'm actually flying out tomorrow as well, so we will be having a mobile stream of sorts again. It'll just be run from my laptop and a little camera that I've got here. But I will still be doing the Group by News tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. PDT, so make sure you tune in and check that out. Alright guys, thanks for coming in. Bye-bye.